Love Lost. Singing that song, rap that song. This is my So Far Gone challenge hit. Listen up, I'm not about that life. I'd rather just talk about it. Jumping and humping from girl to girl, screaming hell yeah, hell no. And next, it's not you girl, it's me. Knowing I just wanted you for the sex. Mama said, boy, you would meet the one who would make you reap what you sowed. Well, mama, that one, she threw my heart on the floor. Heart crushed, body ache, head constantly hurting. Some say it's better to love and lost than to ever love at all. Those same people I call jerks. Grandma said, boy, you need a good woman to make your wife in your life is what you lack. But to get what you want, you may need to break her fruit chicken head backs. When that good woman comes along, you won't miss her until she's gone. If you see her again, she makes you smile, that's the one you take home. Grandma passed away, she moved on to another life. Married almost 20 years, Grandma Wisdom helped me find my wife. A tech-savvy rider implemented new technology to modify his 2015 GL 1800 Honda Goldwing. That Goldwing later became known as Black Flash, an extreme lighting show bike. What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Cornell, the tech-savvy rider. Today is the 26th of September, and we're getting ready to start our district rally tomorrow, the 27th. I'm hoping I get a chance to meet some of you guys, because that's where I'll be actually celebrating my birthday. My birthday was actually on the 24th, but I'll be celebrating it on the 27th, 28th, and 29th. Like I said, this will be the first birthday that I ever celebrated, so I'm hoping to get a chance to meet some of you guys at the Oklahoma District Rally. Speaking of birthdays, how you like my gift? Yeah, my son gave me this. This is my first gift, my first birthday gift. And I opened it up, and this is what it is. Of course, after I opened it up, my son ran out the room. Because we always put, me and my family, we are always pulling jokes on each other. To me, a family that can laugh together will stay together. Now let me try to get into the whole how I met my wife. I know to a lot of people it seemed like I'm very happy, and to be honest with you, I am. But it didn't start out that way. About 20 years ago, I was stationed overseas in Germany, and I'll be the first one to tell you, I was the type of guy, I had a rule called the 3 F's. Find them, F them, forget them. I live by that rule. And I got that way because I kept dealing with women that was just no good. And I mean seriously, no good. Women, or I was with women that were married, that were secretly married and didn't bother to tell me that they were. I was dealing with women that had children and was hiding their children from me. I'm like, how in the world do you expect for me to let you be a part of my life if you can't even show support for your own flesh and blood? So I had got to the point where I was really hating women with them. So I started living by that rule. Find them, F them, forget them. I was sitting up one day and at a barbecue, and my homeboy came up to me and said, "Hey man, you looking kind of down. What's going on?" And I started telling him, how I was feeling about all the different women that I was meeting. Now, to me personally, I always considered myself an ugly guy. But us ugly guys, we have no problem on getting good looking women. So I never had a problem on pulling a good looking woman. My problem was the quality of the woman was no good. And after talking to my homeboy, he was like, hey man, I'm going to be honest with you. Uh, Women are a direct reflection of a man. So guess what, homeboy? If you pulling these type of women, it's because you are that type of person. You're no good yourself. And that was an eye opener, and it hurt. He said, hey, I know what you're going through, but tonight we're going to go out and have a good time. All the drinks on me. He took me out to the club that night. We went to a little German club. It was way out the way, but we went there. And we got to the table, and I sat at the table, and he started ordering drinks. He said, tonight it's on me. All I want you to do is just sit back and and just relax. Don't do anything. Don't talk to nobody. Just sit here and just enjoy your drink. So while I'm sitting there enjoying my drink, my homeboy goes out and start looking around in the club, and I'm like, what is he doing? But you know, I'm getting free drinks, so I don't care. Next thing I know, this beautiful little Turkish girl walks up to me and introduces herself. Hello, my name is Hilliard. How are you? And I'm looking up at this gorgeous, thick, long hair, flawless skinned woman sitting up here talking to me. And I'm already down in the dumps, and I'm thinking to myself, another beautiful woman that's going to end up being crap. So I looked up and said, hey, do us both a favor. I don't feel like dealing with you right now. Just go away. So she did that. She turns around and walk away. And my homeboy come back and say, hey, did you like that? Come to find out, he's out there playing Shy Brother with me. Yeah, if y'all ever saw the old movie, The Five Heartbeats, yeah, he pulled a Shy Brother on me. So he was going out introducing himself to women, and I'm Shy Brother, and he's trying to send them over to me because I'm too shy to talk to him. So that's what he had did. So about the fourth, fifth drink, you know, this club getting ready to close down, and I was like, man, there's something about this girl. So I walk up to her about when the club got ready to close and said, hey, I'll be here next week. Hope to see you then. And I turn around and I walk away. Me and my homeboy got back, and I thought about her the whole week. I was like, man, what was wrong with me? I was sitting up thinking about her every day. And then when that weekend came, I shot straight back to the club trying to find her. Sit around up in there for a couple of minutes, and all of a sudden her and her little friends started walking through the front door. And I sat back and scoped the scene out, made sure she wasn't with nobody or something like that. And then once I had the opportunity, I walked up to her and like, hey, you remember me? Let's talk. So I take her out on the dance floor, and I'm talking to her, and I was telling her, hey, I really want to get to know you. Why don't you give me your number, and I'll try my best to come and see you. So we danced a little bit longer. I gave her a hug. She gave me her number, and then during the week when I got back home that week, I called her and said, hey, I want to come see you. Tell me how to get there and all this type of stuff. She couldn't tell me, so she put her sister on the phone that could speak fluent in English, and her sister gave me all the directions. So the next weekend, I go up there, and I'm sitting up there looking at her, at her apartment, her and her sister's apartment. I'm looking at her like, man, this is a very beautiful woman to me, but I know I'm gonna end up being disappointed. So I sat there beside her, and I said, hey, look, I gotta tell you something. I am tired of dealing with no good women. I am tired of dealing with fake women. I am tired of dealing with lying women. So if there is anything about you that I need to know, something is fake about you, whatever the case it is, tell me now. And if I still feel like I want to talk to you, then I could go on from that point on. But right now, you need to come clean. She looks up at me and said, okay. Now I'm looking at her face to face, eye to eye, and I'm checking out. And she reaches up to the and grabs her hair on the top of her head, and she pulls it clean off of her head. I'm like, oh my God. Her hair was probably about that long. I'm looking at her. I'm like, yeah, she's still nice. Still look good. And I look down, checking out her body. And I look back up and say, hey, if you pull anything else off, I'm gone. She's like, no, no, no. Nothing else fake. This the only thing. She said, I got something to tell you. My English is not good. Even though I'm saying it properly, when she said it was all broken, it was broken English. So she reaches down and picks up this little translation book, and she started trying to, talk to me by saying it in her language, and then she'll look in the book and translate it and try to say it in English. And everybody knows, if you've been overseas before, when you use translation, it's always backwards. She could say something like, I want to go upstairs. But by the time you translate it, it'll be something like stairs, I want to go, I go, or something like that. It'll always be backwards. But I understood what she was telling me. And we went back and forth like that for weeks. All right, and that following week, I went back up to go pick her up. Well, 15 minutes out, because it took me an hour and a half to get to her and an hour and a half to get back. And then about 15 minutes of me approaching the military installation, it dawned on me that I had to go through a checkpoint that I forgot to mention to her. And the only way you could get through this checkpoint was through the guards going through, checking out your vehicle, making sure you had license, insurance, and nobody else was in the car but you. I didn't have time to react to try to translate this to her. And I didn't know how to tell her, hey, I need you to hide in my trunk of my car so I can get you through the checkpoint. Okay. Now, my particular car, my hoopty, if you open up the trunk, it had this great big old hidden compartment that was under the carpet. You remove the carpet, pull out the dresser drawer type compartment, and you could hide just about anything you want into it, and then push it closed and drape the carpet back down over it. All right, so 15 minutes outside of where our destination for the installation, I pull over to this park plot, run out the car, go over to her side of the car, open it up, and then grab her out, open up the trunk, and threw her down in the compartment. I reached down at her, I looked down at her, and I'm like, shh, I love you. And I closed it shut, draped the carpet back over, slammed the trunk down, and I drove another 15 minutes just like that with her in the back of the trunk crying. We got up to the checkpoint. She had calmed down, relaxed. I guess she could hear all the people around the car, so she was very quiet. I got to the checkpoint, and the guards were like, you need to get out of the car, open up the trunk, open up the hood, open up the passenger door, and pull out your driver's and registration for the car. All right, so I do all that. And the minute I start opening up something, a guard would go to it and check it. The hood, guard was there. On the passenger side, a guard was there. Open up the trunk, a guard was there. So once I opened it up, I had to step out the way. Now, I get back over to the sergeant of the guard. He's standing up there making sure that all his people, all his guards are doing what they're supposed to do, and I'm standing up beside him. And the guy at the trunk says, Sarge, all clear. He walks back, closes the hood. Guy in the passenger inside the car, he closed the car. All good, Sarge. But the guy in the back is still back there. He was like, hey, Sarge. And I was like, oh, she's back there screaming and yelling. I'm going to jail. He looks up and says, it's all clear, Sarge. And he slams the trunk down, and the sergeant of the guard give me my stuff. I jump in the car and pull off. Get to my barracks, and I'm looking at my barracks like I got to get this woman out of the trunk of my car and run her up through 3 flights of stairs trying to get her to my room. I said, man, I can't let nobody see me because nobody's supposed to be here. I open up the trunk and I open up the trunk, pull out the lid, and she's she's down there just bawling. I mean, she's soaking wet from crying. That's how bad it was. Crying and I felt bad. I looked down there and I'm like, this woman think I'm about to kill her. I didn't say nothing. I picked her up, closed the trunk of the car, and we ran up the stairs, 3 flights of stairs trying to get to my room. We get to the top floor, open up my room door, and I immediately grab her a towel and a robe. I point at the shower, the bathroom, and tell her to go clean herself up. She's in there just, washing away, and I could hear her, she was, still trying to get the tears and stuff out of her face, taking a shower. And I'm over in my little living room laying on the couch. I was like, man, I don't know what to tell this woman when she come out the bathroom. But I gotta say something. She comes out the bathroom soaking wet, trying to dry off her little hair with my robe on. And I look up at her while she's standing over me. And I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. I said, but you love me, don't you? She laid down beside me, laid her head on my chest, and said, yes, I do. And at that point, I knew that this was the woman that was going to be for me. Now, every so-called Valentine's or anything special come up, I always try to do something, go all out my way trying to show this woman that I care about her, because that what got her in the first place. I was going all out of my way to show this woman that I would do anything to be with her. And she loved it. So now I still try to maintain that same type of, try to keep it going, try to keep her laughing, and try to spend as much time as I possibly can with her. To me, whatever it took for you to get her is the same thing you got to do to keep her. So that's why today we laugh and joke. We got our kids doing the same thing. But deep down, I know this woman, she's been there for me, thick and thin. All the bull stuff I went through, she was always there for me. I never intentionally try to do anything to hurt this woman ever again, because that was it for me. I love her to death, and I want everybody to know I love her because I know she loves me. With all that being said, I was not trying to throw you some mushy, good time love story, because to me, this was not a love story when it started out. This was me being hurt from a whole lot of other women. And when it came down to it, I was hurting all those women, or those women was hurting me because I was hurting myself. The type of people you attract in your life is the type of person you are. So, make a long story short, get yourself together. That's what's going to make you happy. You got to be happy first. That's my spiel for today, YouTube. I hope y'all enjoyed this story. My next couple of videos is going to be about me, be about my wife. I'll probably do an interview on her, and I'll probably go out to take some videos at the Oklahoma District Rally. So I hope you'll see some videos, or hope I can get a chance to see some of you guys out there. Other than that, that's my spiel for today. Y'all have a good one, YouTube. Your boy's out. GoPro, start recording. A tech-savvy rider implemented new technology to modify his 2015 GL 1800 Honda Goldwing. That Goldwing later became known as Black Flash, an extreme lighting show bike.